think I have a picture for a thumbnail. Just gonna have to deal with the halo. Good morning. Hello, I'm going to my local fiberfest by myself. I'm so anxious right now. But I talked to my sister last night and she really encouraged me to go, so I'm going. I haven't chosen my outfit and I'm also running a little later than I want to. I should have left by now. And I haven't. It takes like 40 minutes to get there and it starts at 9. But it's like 9 to 4. I don't have to get there as early as I am, but again, I'm anxious. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I kind of want to wear my skirt. There's no video on this, but I kind of want to wear my skirt. But at the same time, it doesn't have pockets, and I'm not super proud of that. But yeah, I'm excited, but I'm a little anxious, especially since maybe it's overthinker in me, but there's just not enough information on the flyer. The website kind of sucks. Actually, the website low-key doesn't work because when you try to click on spring for 2025, it just gives you the vendors, but the vendors don't even load. There's nothing about parking, whether at the place or around it, and then no one's really talking about parking other than they have their fair there, like their county fair, and they're like it's $5 to $10, which that's like all over the place looking at their website. I don't know. I think maybe I'm thinking too much, but at the same time, it's just like you're not giving me enough information that makes me less anxious. And parking's like a big deal for me because I'm always driving a big vehicle. I don't have a car. I'm driving my family's car. So, and I'm always driving the biggest car, or the van, the biggest van. I drive the van. So, it's like I need information about parking. If there's not good parking, I'm not going. I tried to go to this book fair. I think I did kind of film it, but not really. But there was like no parking. And then I didn't know the place well enough to like park somewhere else because I didn't know if I was gonna get towed. That's like a fear of mine, getting towed. I don't know what to do getting towed. But yeah, we're going. Even if it's just for 30 minutes, even if it's just for 10, I'm gonna do it. Me chaotically trying to do a fit check. So I wanted to do these shoes because they look stitch like and going to a fiberfest, so I thought it would be a nice fit to the touch. And then I also wanted to bring one of my Scooby-Doo bags. I was a little nervous because the orange one was kind of falling apart when I went out with it, but this one ended up being okay. Yeah. Hey, cross-shine. A little cross-shine. I am here, and I don't know. I think I parked right. No one. I don't see anyone paying. I don't see any place to pay, so I think they would have charged us coming in. I'm like so nervous. I don't know where to go, and I feel like I should get out and like I don't know, follow somebody. Let me get my mask, and I'm also not wearing makeup because it's pimple from hell. This is like my second pimple from hell. My first one was like near my lip, which was the worst. I know. Okay, I have my ticket. I'm gonna pull that out. If low-key, I don't do knitting, but if I were to knit, it would do knit socks. So I think I might look for something that it's raining. Thank God I brought a jacket because it's raining. But now I'm a little worried about my bag. It's raining, and I think I have an umbrella. Always leave an umbrella in the car. I don't know if it's I said that it's inside outside. I don't know. I think I'm mixing it up with another fiber thing that I wanted to go to, and that one had like sheep shearing and all that stuff. I think this is just like vendors and whatnot, and then there's like a kid area apparently, but I don't have any kids. So yeah, let's go follow somebody. I think I might follow this lady. I'm early, but I'm hoping that like so early that it's like vendors setting up. And I saw somebody with a wagon, but then they put kids in it. So they're here obviously with their kids. Gosh, I'm so nervous, but I'm doing this. Don't be bad at me, guys. I didn't last long. I mean, I last longer than I thought. I think I last longer than when I went to like this small Comic Con that I went to. But it's like wet out here. I feel like I got here too early. It just made me really anxious. Since I'm a driver, I'm always thinking about parking. So I want to get here early so I can have a good parking spot, which I technically did. And I walked through, saw my horrible B-roll village. The B-roll was so bad that I don't even want to show you guys. I am so sorry. Like I said, really anxious. So yeah, because I always feel a little iffy. I think because I'm so used to going to cons and going to artist alleys, I'm always a little iffy about recording people stands and stuff. But I mean, it looks pretty nice. There was a lot of other stuff other than yarn. There was a lot of pottery that wasn't just like yarn bowls. They had like mugs and whatnot. I saw 3D printed yarn bowls, which was new to me. I didn't know people were doing that. Every time I hear about 3D printing, it's like people complaining about 3D printed dragons. I have no idea what they're talking about, because usually 3D printed stuff that I see is the lady who makes like the frogs, and then there's that guy who makes like 3D printed stuff with like useful things, and it's usually plant-based. I don't know about the 3D printing, but like the design is like plant-based. So I'm used to that. I have no idea what these 3D printed dragons that people are complaining about. It seemed pretty. I wish I wasn't so anxious. I should have brought somebody with me, but I'm trying to do things on my own. But it's just scary. I'm just too scared. But I think I haven't been to this area before, and I'm in the car, so I think I might drive around a bit. I honestly want Dunkin', so I think I'm gonna get Dunkin'. I'm gonna drive around a bit and see. I want to go to this thrift shop that I saw. My sister said there's like bookstores and stuff. She's been here a couple times. I have not. It seems nice. Just everything's still closed, but I guess there's a town. I guess I should be used to that because a lot of the stuff here is not open until later. I gotta figure out how to get out of here. I don't know what road to take. I'm seeing some people who are going, but yeah, I didn't buy anything. I don't really have money. This event was not a payday. At least not a payday for me. I keep on planning to go to these things on the weekends that I don't get paid, which is like crazy because it's like, babe, you don't have the money. You have bills to pay. Yeah, I was hoping there was gonna be sheep here. I didn't see any sheep. My sister said I should go back in and ask about the sheep, but I don't know, the organizers, or at least the people that was at that booth, only one lady was like kind of cool with helping me. The other ones just kind of like stood around. I don't know, maybe it was their first time volunteering and they were also as nervous. But yeah, not a complete success. Actually, no, I'm gonna say this is a success, even though my plan was to stay for an hour. I think 20 minutes is good. 20 minutes for me is good by myself. Walked the whole thing, looked at everything. I picked up one business card, and that's because it was tea, but because I'm getting back into teas and whatnot. But yeah, I think next time I might bring somebody. I don't know, shopping is more fun since I don't have like anything. Maybe I should have brought somebody, but I'm trying to do things on my own. On my own. There's people. I've been sitting in this car for a while, so, but honestly, people aren't noticing me, so it's fine because people are just like parking and then like running in. So I feel like I could probably stay in this parking lot almost all day, but I'm not going to do that because this is a nice parking spot and someone else should have this who is going to be here for a long time. My sister also said it's not raining back home, but it's just like, because she's like, you can just walk around. I'm like, girl, it is like raining. It's like heavy on and off, and it's like heavy on and then light off. So like when it starts going on again, it's like but yeah. Oh wait, I can go to, alright, I'm gonna find a Dunkin' and I'm gonna find a Joann's and see if the Joann's is still open. I think there's a Joann's here. I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here if I can find out how to get out of here. Y'all, this might be my last vlog because I am just not doing well, but I did find a Joann's. It took me a bit to find it because I was not doing well around the city that I was in. Again, not from around here, but I think I was basically just saying I'm gonna go in and check and see what they got, because since they're clearing out the warehouses, the stuff that aren't usually in stores are in stores now, and the discounts that we see, like we get in the emails and stuff, aren't exactly the ones in stores and whatnot, so just checking it out. But yeah, me just happily talking, not knowing that my mic is off. Crazy. So crazy. I'm gonna try to get better at this. If not, I'm just gonna stop making vlogs. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, these little sixpence. I don't know what I would do with these. Man, there's these kits. I've never seen these before. Their used store has different stuff. No further discount. I don't know exactly what that is. Big twist yarn. I feel like that's like the old price that it was. Am I a little insane? If only they had the Halloween yarn, that would make me so happy. Oh, I've never heard of this. I don't really do wool. These are some nice colors. I'm like not that twist anymore because since Big Twist got bought, I'm not that pressed about getting it anymore. However, you know, I have this. I think I need more of not this, but a different color. See? This is pretty. I think this is soft yarn. That was one of the things that I was thinking about getting, soft yarn. They have a lot of Juicy Couture, but it's still like the same price as usual. It's $5.99. I've heard of this one. I've never heard of Botanic. This is also my brand. 100% tinsel. I have a little bit of Valentine's Day stuff. Very small. Very little. Ooh. This is tablecloth vinyl. There's so much yarn here. Gold beads. These are the silicone. This is another reason why y'all going out of business. Why do y'all have... I've never seen these. Maybe not at my joints. It's crazy. Where are y'all hiding this stuff? Hello? And then I've never seen these. Maybe my Joann's is different, but like, dang. I mean, there's some cooking stuff. Like, I know I got my cheesecloth from Joann's. But like, damn. Where all this other cooking stuff come from? These are like the good containers. I never see these in my Joann's. It's so insane. And then they have collapsible buckets and stuff. Maybe, ooh, there's like nothing back here. Maybe my Joann's is like way different. Ours is mostly crap. They have so much stuff here. It's insane. I have too much stuff. Video was acting funky, but I forgot that I'm in a different town. I'm not in my town. I'm in like 3 towns over. Doing a little haul in the car because I'm tired of walking and I don't feel like driving yet. Shaking espresso. Duncan, I need you to do me a favor and don't do anything wrong. At the same time, I've been wanting to like make my own coffees and stuff, but that's not what this is about. Even though I could talk about that. We could talk about it. Welcome to my haul. I got these remnants, which they end up being way cheaper than... I feel like the discount calculator thing is broken because I thought it was going to be $3.50 each, and they end up being like $1 something each. Crazy. But I got these. I can't tell you what type of fabric this is. All I know is that I feel like this is great base fabric for me to do my making a bodice. So I want to make bodices. I want to sell. I want to make bodices. So that's why I got this. But I need something plain and something that I don't mind. Because I know some people are like, oh, just get something at the thrift store. I've been getting like nice fabric at the thrift store, and I just like, I don't want to ruin this, and it's like the only thing. So I got these little mini gears. And I only got these gears because I got these clip-ons. I need to get my ears re-pierced, obviously. I'm gonna kidnap my girls and do that one day. But until then, I still have clip-ons. I got these clip-ons. And then these. I also have bigger gears. So I might mix them. But I also might make like a chain out of them. Oh my gosh, I finally got one of these. I've been trying to get them at Michael's because I have a Michael's card. I've been trying to get them at Michael's, but you have to like ask somebody to get it. And you know how Michael's is notorious of just having skeleton crews. Like, y'all think Joann's has skeleton crews. Me and my mom were in a Michael's one time, and we literally had to call the store where we're inside the store to get help. That's how bad it is to try to find an employee. It is crazy. But I got one of these. I wasn't super on beads. Not that I didn't like them. I'm just I try to have an idea in my head, but I got more of these. These were like super cheap, and then they end up being cheaper. I think all my stuff end up being way cheaper than I thought. I'm like, damn, I'm spending $50, but I think I only spent like $4. I spent like $45. So it ended up being $5 less than what I thought it was. It was like discount on discount. So I feel like the advertisement of the sale is not the same as what they're going to take off at the register, you know? But I feel like they end up taking up a little bit more for some things, not all things. Because like I said, the remnants end up being like hella cheaper. I got, oh my gosh, yes, I got, which I could have sworn I had it. I don't have a 6.5 in this hook. But I have these, and I like the handle. It helps a little bit. I know, looking at this now, I know I have a 4, but I can't find it, so I just bought another one. So it's driving me nuts, because the site that I bought them off of don't have anymore. They only have the bigger ones, and it's just like, I don't really do bigger crochet. Crazy, because I'm trying to do more wearables, but I don't really do big crochets. And then I got these beads. These are really, really pretty. I've been liking like these solid colored but shattered looking beads, if you can see. I've been liking those. It is now 11:11. Make wish. What you wish for? Peace on earth and money in holes. What was I talking about? Oh, I still want to go to a thrift store. I don't know. You know, people who like do brands and stuff don't really influence me on things. That's more of like, it has to be like my friends or like family, like someone near me has to influence me on like a brand or whatever. Which made me want to think about getting the knitting machine, because one of my friends have it, and she makes hats on it, and I'm like, that'd be beanieing it up. Beanie in the beginning. That audio is so me. But what influence can influence me off is thrifting. I want to go thrifting, and I'm in a different area, so I want to go to a thrift store. I was going to go to a thrift store earlier, but they were closed because I got to the thing so early. I'm out here early. It's because I'm anxious and I'm a driver. My sister's like, I was saying, I only saw like one other black person at the thing, and it just made me uncomfortable. And she was like, girl, that's because you got there early. You know, if it was me, I'll be glad if I got there at 2. And it's like, you know, if I came with people, I probably would have went later. But I'm like, I'm so anxious about parking. And like I said, I'm always driving a big vehicle. So it's just like, I need to know that I have good parking. But since I've been there, I'm gonna get something in the fall. So I'm gonna go to the fall one. I know that the parking is free. If you have to pay for something, people there are nice, or at least the person that I talked to. I think like the other people. The vendors, there's so many different things. So even if you're not like a yarn person, they have like other things. I kind of wish I stayed in got some mead, man. I really want mead. Like I'm like pulling away from drinking. I know that's like, I've heard like Gen Zs are like pulling away from drinking, like drinking is not the thing anymore, but I do like the taste of mead. I don't really care to get drunk. I'm more of a taste person, which is like, I like the mead at the Ren Fair, like the drinks and stuff. Like I like drinking there. But I really like mead. I think it's probably the honey, because I do like the taste of honey. I don't like honey sticks though. But yeah, I'm gonna find a thrift store and then we'll go home. I've actually been out here pretty long today, to be honest. I say that, but it's like only 11. But I got there like early at 9. I don't know, the drive here wasn't that bad. I don't think I've been on a highway since a road trip for forever ago that you have to be going 70. I don't really like going fast. I know some people complain about that, as like, you have so much faith in your brakes. I do not. But yeah, let me find a thrift store, we'll go to the thrift store, and then we'll go home. I don't think I have a picture for a thumbnail.
Hey, doing a voiceover again because the music was really loud in there, but this store was pretty cool. I've seen them before, but I've never seen so many sewing machines, like the ones connected to the table. I don't know if the label on there meant that they were restored, but they have like a lot of craft things. I think because I'm just so used to Goodwill, I'm not used to seeing like so much craft stuff, or at least like my Goodwill doesn't have it. In the other one that I've been to that's in my area, but they just had like so much like craft things. So it was pretty cool and at good prices, and if you want to do something unique, they just had it, and I didn't really get anything, but it was really nice to look through. And I have one in my area, so I'll probably check out the one that's closer to me when I actually have actual money to spend, because I have been a little reckless. I really wanted this sign. There was no price on it though. I was thinking about it, and it's just like, but I also would have to bind the letters, but it's like, man, I want this sign. But I've been thinking about getting back into physical media because, streaming is just whatever. And a lot of my favorite movies were there. Dracula, and then I think I pulled out National Treasure too. And it's just like the DVDs are like $1. And it's just like, man, I should just get a bunch of DVDs, another thing to collect. And I would watch them too. I would have to watch on my laptop because I don't have a DVD player, which is what I want to get. They also had their China in sets. I'm not used to that at Goodwill. They're usually like you have to make your own sets, but they like sell them in sets, which I think is kind of nice, but it kind of depends on what you want. So if you want a set, you can get a set, but if you want individuals, then I would say go somewhere else for individuals. But I was just really surprised, like they keep it together and you can only buy it in the set, but it's still nice. I like it.
It's crazy that Dogman is here because I work at a library and Dogman is barely ever on the shelf. If you're a kid with Dogman, just buy it at the thrift store. Yeah, I think I'm going to head out because I'm starting to feel itchy. This is probably like one of the best organized thrift stores I've been into a while, but I think I'm just going to buy my jars with stuff in it. I did indeed leave my mic in the car. Yeah, I sometimes, ever since I worked at Goodwill, this isn't a Goodwill, this is a Habit for Humanity. Ever since I worked at Goodwill and I was told that they don't wash the clothes, being in the thrift store too long makes me itch, which is crazy because I went to one of those antique places in Old Ellicott, and that place didn't make me itch at all. I was fine. But yeah, I was going for jars and I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, "Oh no, it might be better to buy new than to get something." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I want to buy like something in it. Like I might like get some pickles or I need pickles. I haven't had pickles in so long. I want to eat tuna fish, so pickles, and soon the farmer market is gonna open, so I'll be buying their jams and jellies and whatnot. But I've been wanting to go to thrift stores for like jars, basically, because like I was saying before, like jars and stuff. I like drinking out of jars though. I think because my sister, when I was living with her for a bit, at her place, she had jars, and I like drinking out of those more than drinking out of cups. I like drinking out of glass in general. I don't know, out of other than like a regular cup. I think because growing up we mostly drink out of plastic, because there was like 4 kids and it's like I don't know, risk breaking glass and stuff. So I was used to drinking out of plastic, and then like I switched to mugs and then like jars. So I like drinking out of jars and mugs. Yeah, that's it. We're going home. That was my day. You watched the little anxious girl out and about. I'm usually in like thrift stores and stuff longer by myself, but aisles are kind of small. I don't know if I want to go to another place. If it was earlier and if it was, because they don't open it because when I was looking for thrift stores earlier, they don't open them until like 10. So, and the parking here is a little iffy. I don't even know how I'm gonna get out of here because I have to pull in, and I hate pulling in. If the big car people know, pulling in is not the thing. but I couldn't back in. I think it was only pull in. So, but yeah, that's it. That's today's video. Watch me out and about. Um, that was a car. I don't know if you heard it, but yeah, that's it. Um, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends and family, coworkers, spread me out to the world. And I hope you enjoy and see you soon. Bye.